Hello viewers at home, welcome to Global Culture. My name is Akinwale Ojomo. I'm welcoming you and I have a special guest for tonight. Name is Miss Ngozi Umeze. Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Wonderful. And can you tell our viewers at home what is the name of your office and why you are here today?
Certainly. Well, my name is Ngozi Umeze. I'm the Executive Director of the DC Mayor's Office on African Affairs. And why I'm here today is because we're having a program on Friday that I would love for the viewers to come out and learn about. It's an educational program. Before I go into that, I should probably mention the mission and the vision of the office, which is extremely important. The office envisions the District of Columbia as a community that thrives on the full engagement of its ethnically, linguistically, and culturally diverse residents. So what we do is we ensure that a full range of district government services are accessible to the district's African community.
Right.
There are roughly between 14 and 16,000 foreign-born Africans that live in the District of Columbia. So we ensure that they have access to different government services by running different public programs, outreach campaigns, and also just educational workshops and seminars.
Oh, wonderful. 16,000 people right here from the African countries, right?
Well, in the District of Columbia.
In the District of Columbia, that's right.
In the larger DC metropolitan area, it's roughly about 250,000.
Oh, wonderful. And that's a good data to know. And right here at Global Culture, we try to be able to share with, our audience the different, culture around, so that way such interaction is very key. And you mentioned something about the mission, which is very, very critical. And tell us more about the services you've been able to provide since inception.
Oh, most certainly. So we are bucketed in terms of the way that we actually provide our different services.
Okay. What does that mean?
Well, we like to think of things in buckets. I think it's easier for people to understand what it is or the functions of what anyone does when it's actually grouped into buckets, right?
Gotcha.
So we have our business engagement, development, and support series, which really focuses on connecting African-owned businesses in the District of Columbia to different resources and services and information that they would need to grow and thrive. Oh, wow. And also to create networking opportunities for them to be able to connect with other people, to perhaps maybe go in to a specific opportunity together as a group, or to pursue specific other opportunities that they can actually pursue in lump sum. It just makes it more effective.
Gotcha.
We also have a nonprofit engagement, development, and support series, which is the same as the business, but obviously catered more towards nonprofit communities, which is extremely important. They are the ones that are responsible for serving the District of Columbia's most vulnerable African constituents. We have a youth program that we focus on where we want to develop youth leadership, which is extremely important, and increasing civic and public engagement, which is also one of the aims of that program. And of course, the multicultural awareness development and support program, which is, with the festivals and the cultural festivals, things that promote the culture, the linguistic diversity, and the diversity of Africans in DC through specific programs and dialogues and larger events.
Yes, wonderful. Viewers at home, if you are watching us right now, I bet I'm going to let her, of course, after the credit, have the link for the website, because I know she's been able to share quickly in a few minutes the wonderful services by our office, But now I'm going to talk quickly about, the upcoming events, which is very, very critical. Tell us more about this event.
Oh, certainly. So on May 25th at the John W. Wilson Building on 1350 Pennsylvania Avenue in the Mayor's Press Room, we'll be having an event in commemoration of African Liberation Day, which most of us know is celebrated or commemorated on May 25th for the creation of the Organization of African Unity, which is now the African Union.
Absolutely.
So this happened obviously on May 25th of 1963. So everyone marks it annually. This year we thought, what better way to actually celebrate or commemorate this day by then focusing on the health issues within the African community, which is extremely important. So the program is titled Africans in the District of Columbia and Access to Healthcare. So we've broken the program out into panels. The first panel will just cover most of the data that's available or not available for African immigrants and some of the health issues that are plaguing the constituency. The second panel will focus more on district government agency health services and programs that are available just based on the specific kind of ailments that we've identified. And then the third panel will focus on it will be predominantly community-based organizations and nonprofits that are African-owned and led that do a lot of health programming and can give us that grassroots on the ground perspective, which is extremely important. So we anticipate a very rich discussion, healthy discourse around what the health issues and elements are in the African community in DC.
Oh, great, wonderful. And of course, Global Culture will be there to be able to, bring a session to you viewers at home. And just a little bit an expansion about that. Who are the people you are expecting at the program?
Well, we have numerous people that have RSVP'd. I think primarily we were targeting obviously healthcare professionals and people that have an interest in possibly starting a nonprofit where it would be predominantly a health track, or health professionals that are interested in just learning more about this kind of smaller, more emerging African community. When you look at it in comparison to the other ethnic immigrant communities, it's a lot smaller, but it's the fastest growing, a newer community. Most of the African immigrants that are here in the States have arrived after 2000. So it's a fledgling community that people are interested in knowing about.
And they're younger too, right?
Oh, absolutely. Younger, newer, more likely to be within working age. Almost half of the foreign-born African constituency has arrived here after 2000. Wow. So it's a community that's really just been heightened and piquing a lot of people's interest. So we've gotten a great response of different healthcare professionals within government, federal government, local government, and also, private people that own private practices and healthcare professionals that are interested in coming and learning more about some of the elements and complexities of the African immigrant community.
Great, yeah. Now I love conferences, I love seminars, and love events like this. And my concern has been what happens after that. So what do you anticipate to happen after this huge event celebration of the African Liberation Day? Well,
I think that what can happen, what I would anticipate at least, would be at least for the healthcare providers to be able to coalesce around specific issues. They have been calling the office more individually and requesting kind of a heightened interest or heightened focus on the health elements within the African immigrant community. So it's great that they'll be together in one room. I think that that's ideally, or what we ideally actually aim to do around that, especially when we're outreaching. We want to make sure that they're diverse. We want to make sure the panels represent numerous African countries, so that there's obviously that kind of cross-country learning, and then people are able to kind of network within the bunch that are obviously in the room, and perhaps you maybe move towards policy, which is extremely important. So that's what I would anticipate happening after that.
And I know you work with the Office of the Mayor, and of course there has been a lot of support, from the office in getting this. My question is this: how is there any format of relationship with the tri-state, the Virginia, DC area, because that's very critical. Your office is the first office in this area as a model. How have you been able to share such model in terms of going to the city and see, hey, you guys can duplicate this working model?
Yeah, but that's actually a very fantastic question and suggestion. But it is one that I've heard before, actually. And it was probably actually at the Commission on African Affairs meeting, where one of the residents, who was a former resident of DC, has moved to Minnesota and had asked the same question. We're looking to kind of duplicate these models. We want to know how we can actually run like a fully functioning office within some of these jurisdictions that have a large African community. So I think what we aim to do within the office is to make sure that most of the things, or all of the things that we do, are best practices. We're always wanting to collect data through our We Count program. We're always wanting to really track the progress of a few of the cohorts that we're actually working with, so that at least other jurisdictions will be able to duplicate what we're doing. But we do work with Montgomery County. I'm always with Daniel Cormo over there, and even on the governor and the county level, and of Stanley Strotter up in Philly with the Commission on African and Caribbean Affairs, and more recently there's a Dallas liaison as well, which is more of an economic development wing, but focusing more on the EB-5 program. But we're all always sharing, to see how we can learn from one another and what is, working and what we can actually do as a group to be able to push, specific agendas forward.
Wow, so wonderful. I hope we will be able to, extend you an invitation to come and, speak more on those things, because they are very critical, not only for our viewers at home, as well as, for the African community, the fast-growing community around here. Now, I'm going to allow you to be able to, tell a message to our viewers at home. If there's something you want to give to them right now, aside from the event coming up, what is that message going to be, especially for our young people?
Oh, absolutely. Well, I'm on.
Oh, yeah.
So I would suggest that you log on to our website, which is oaa@dc.gov. You can sign up for our biweekly newsletter by just clicking on the envelope that's on the page. We have a biweekly newsletter that we send out every 2 weeks on Friday that's full of information, resources on jobs, grant opportunities, what the mayor of the District of Columbia is doing, and obviously what the office is doing and upcoming events. So it's a wonderful way to stay plugged in. Additionally, you can like us on Facebook at the DC Mayor's Office on African Affairs Facebook page. It's amazing. We frequently update it with issues and things that are happening here on the ground locally. We have a local focus, a national focus, and also an international focus.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, I think obviously you can't focus on an international issue without first addressing a local issue and vice versa. So we update our Facebook page quite frequently. You can like us there, and we're also on Twitter.
Okay.
So you can hashtag us at hashtag DC Mayor's Office or DC Mayor OAA. So you have 3 ways. You can get on the website. You can follow us on Twitter,
media?
and then you can also like us on Facebook, which is extremely important.
Wonderful. They're really tapping into the current technology, in social media to get across to different people. And you've been able to really address locally, and I will not let you go until you speak about the African Liberation Day, right? What is your message for the African leaders at this time?
Absolutely. Well, I think the one message that I have would be for the future leaders of Africa, which is the youth, which I think is extremely important, and particularly the youth in the diaspora. I think that the youth in the diaspora have the ability to be able to drive things forward. They see things from a very different vantage point, having different experiences on both continents and also being exposed to both cultures. They all obviously have an ability to see things from a very different angle. So what I do and what I work to do, even with our youth program, is really to empower them and to create leaders, which I think is extremely important. Secondly, Africa is one. It's time that we all look at each other as a unified body, as a state, as a unified being, to be able to push things forward and to organize, which is extremely important. So I think for the future leaders, is to really just remain focused, continue to be worldly, and be able to apply specific things that you learned outside the continent, on the continent, and also to just stay involved and be civically engaged and push and advocate for the things that can make a change.
I bet you I still need to bring you more to be able to talk more about this, especially from the African diaspora. Just to let you know, we have a diaspora dialogue and an interval special program, and we talk specifically on a major project or program about African diaspora. So obviously, with your eloquence, we like to make sure you are back on this set. Ms. Ngozi, thank you so much for coming today. We really appreciate it. And viewers at home, we come to the end of another session of Global Culture. We brought somebody who is from the Washington, D.C. Mayor's Office on African Affairs, and she's been able to talk to you about what our office is doing to reach out to the different cultures, specifically the African community, a fast-growing community in the area, not only in D.C., in Virginia, and in Maryland as well, even across the United States. Absolutely. Even the data shows that this group is the most educated folks around here. So it's a matter of monetizing that and putting that into more valuable, tangible things at this time. I'm signing off for now. My name again is Akinwale Ojomo. You can like us on Facebook. They're on Facebook as well. Global Culture TV. We'll be able to give you more. I'm going to sign off for now and bring you another guest. We're going to take a quick break, and I will see you shortly. Welcome from the break. I'm having a professor right here to talk to you about, the African Liberation Day and some happenings with the African diaspora and even from the linguistic side. Professor Harrison Adeniyi, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Viewers at home, you're welcome too.
Okay, thank you, sir. And can you please tell us what's the name of your institution and your department?
Well, I'm Professor Harrison Adeniyi.
Okay.
I'm the chair of the Department of African Languages, Literatures and Communication Arts, Lagos State University, Nigeria.
Okay.
And I teach linguistics and Yoruba language at that college in Nigeria.
Okay. And for those who are not familiar with Yoruba, of course, Yoruba is the language that is spoken in the western part of Nigeria. And I think we're going to task him to really give us some sample before he leaves today. All right. So, Professor, tell us the importance of language, because this is global culture, and we believe the importance of language. Tell us how has been the, the kind of the orientation of language over the time.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Moderator. Language is important, and to a very large extent is separable from man, because there's no way you cannot communicate. I mean, even if you don't communicate, I mean, you communicate. Exactly. I mean, as we say, silence means consent. So, I mean, and particularly for the individual, I mean, to speak the mother tongue is most essential, because as long as you don't speak your mother tongue, you're trying to sell away your liberty. You're trying to sell away your orientation, your culture, and you lose everything. So, I mean, it's very crucial that for an individual to have the knowledge, absolutely knowledge of the mother tongue.
Okay. And when you say mother tongue, obviously, that is for those who have a, diaspora who are from other countries. They'll be able to really teach not only themselves, of course. No, they were taught when they were growing up, and even their young kids about this on how to speak.
Well, even beyond that, to an American, English is the mother tongue.
Okay.
To somebody in Mexico, Spanish.
Exactly.
I mean, so also we have somebody from England. English is the mother tongue. So also we have Africans. I mean, as of today, we have over 2,000 languages in Africa, and out of these, over 500 languages is spoken in Nigeria.
Wow.
So for a Yoruba man in the southwest Nigeria, Yoruba is the mother tongue. Yeah, so that's what we're saying. That's the definition. And by definition, is the language spoken by that child at birth.
At birth, right.
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, if there's an opportunity to really travel around the world, that should be taken with them to be able to even share the beauty of that with other people from other countries. That's very important. That's why at Global Culture, we're trying to, not only in the city of Bowie, in the state of Maryland, but even around the world, to tell people about the, the beauty of the different culture around, and just, encourage people to really learn about this. So, Professor, in your quest of teaching, and you have a project that you have been involved with. Can you tell our viewers at home more about that project and the conference you came in to attend in the United States?
Yes, I belong to an association in the United States of America here, and I've been visiting USA in the last 15 years. And it is the African Language Teachers Association of US. All the institutions in America where they teach African languages, we meet every year at University of Wisconsin, Madison, where we exchange ideas, seek more knowledge how to teach these African languages, not only Nigerian languages now, but all the languages spoken in Africa, the major ones. According to the CIA, they categorize some as critical languages. And Yoruba is one of the critical languages. So we meet every year to see how we can teach, how our teaching can be enhanced, the new technologies of teaching, and all other things that can at least speed up the teaching of African languages to Americans. So that's what we do every year.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful. Okay. And from that quest, obviously, you've been coming year in, year out. And obviously, do you have a specific project that you've been able to implement?
I've been involved in a couple of projects at the University of Georgia, Athens. Department of Education gave a grant of, I think it's about $300,000 US to put on the net teaching of Yoruba. So you can access, you can actually learn Yoruba on the internet now from University of Georgia, that is www.uga.edu/Yoruba. So you can do that. Then there's another one by American Council on Education, whereby they bring American students to Nigeria to stay for 1 year. And by the time they come back to the US, they speak as native speakers. So I'm involved in that too. I'm one of the curriculum developers. I develop curriculum for them because I'm a native speaker, I'm a teacher, and I'm a curriculum developer too. So I know the language from the mother tongue perspective, and I know the language from the foreign language teaching perspective. So I'm able to marry the two and bring a good curriculum for them. And I mean, there are a couple of them that are now in the U.S., particularly University of Wisconsin at Madison. I mean, they speak fluent Yoruba now.
Wow, wonderful. Even within a year, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. That's commendable. And for you viewers at home, if you want to speak any other language, and of course, I know recently the United States government actually, want to really improve or increase the rate of travelers coming to the United States, so it can be vice versa. So if you had the opportunity to have travel to a country and you know the language, I guess it's very, very important and easy for you to communicate. So, Professor, in terms of your future projects, do you have anyone in the pipeline, or the viewers at home? We're going to, by the way, have some of the credits about some of the locations and how to speak Yoruba and how to really study them. But do you have a specific project in the pipeline, like in the year coming, or how? I mean, how does it work?
Yeah, I know that. I mean, when we concluded the conference just a few weeks ago, we were told that there's this flagship program, Yoruba flagship program, that is going to be, the grant is almost won now, going to be given to us. And that will actually assist those who want to learn the language more, to stay at the University of Wisconsin for 2 semesters, then travel to Nigeria, and they will be at the University of Ibadan. Then the University of Florida too, at Gainesville. There is another one. There is another program there that you're going to spend 1 semester at the University of Florida, Gainesville. Then you spend another semester at the University of Ibadan.
Tell me, what's the impact of all this for the local people and the local environment?
Definitely, apart from the black communities in the U.S., that the Yoruba is good for, not only Yoruba, for other African languages like Swahili, Zulu, Baba Bambana, Ewe in Ghana, and so on. Apart from that, I mean, Yoruba have gone a long way, that there are so many of researchers who just want to research
about this language,
about any African languages, and they have chosen Yoruba. And you've got to remember this, that we are, I mean, some of our black communities who still want to go back to their roots.
Absolutely.
Who still want to go back to their roots.
That's
who
a
still
linkage.
want to go back to their religion, and they want to learn the language in order to access the religion. So that's and so many other things too.
Okay, all right, great. And of course, you are a teacher at the Lagos State University. Locally, you've been able to do a lot of things as well in terms of language. From the perspective of the diaspora, what is your message for the diaspora, the African diaspora?
Well, I think that the connection should not be broken. My advice is that for those in diaspora, look forward to whatever they can offer Africa, because I mean, there are still 1 or 2 challenges that Africa is facing currently, and I'm sure the diaspora have the wherewithal, the technological wherewithal, the political wherewithal, and they can actually alter positively a lot of changes that will benefit Africans. So Africans in Africa, not African in diaspora. Africans in Africa. And I mean, we all love the entire world where we have a better place to live. And Africa is no exception. And from east to west to north to south, there's one challenge or the other, whether political, whether self-made, whether man-made, whether natural. And some of these things are what, to my own mind, the West have conquered. And, and then we can actually borrow from this so that it will be better for Africa.
And of course, there has been so much, saying about, this is the century for Africa. And of course, my challenge at each forum is just to say, the impact or the big step that Africans need to take, whether they are either in diaspora or at home, is to really have the goodwill to be able to really make that happen. Finally, so what's your message for the leaders, not only our young leaders, upcoming future leaders, even the current leaders?
Well, I think my singular message, the world best practices, where leaders are elected, and they leave offices as at when due. Not that they will sit tight and then affect negatively the citizenry. Whenever they get in, let them do their best and leave the stage.
Absolutely.
Not that they want to had for more 2, 3, 4 terms, or even want to be absolute leaders. So because the way the entire world is moving now, I mean, the world is dynamic.
Changing,
the world is dynamic, and African leaders must, I mean, get into that wheel. And that makes we make more progress for Africa.
Wonderful, wonderful. Professor, you said so many things within a short period of time, and we thank you so much for coming in to join us today, even within the short time. And before, when we were in the green room, we were just chatting about, the legacy that African leaders need to really leave. And at the same time, African leaders in the eyes of the world, as the world is changing, the world is watching the African leaders. And we, African in diaspora, want to see this image, the positive image around the world, so that we'll be able to leave something, for our children. So finally, before you leave, remember I said I was going to task you to say something in Yoruba, the language. Can you say something to our viewers at home?
In terms of greetings?
Yes, it's a type of greeting, and of course, saying goodbye as well.
Well, mo ní kí n kí gbogbo yín, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wò mí, ẹ ṣé o, ojú a máa rójú o, inú mi dùn pé mo wá sí ìlú Amẹ́ríkà, mo sì ń padà lọ sí Nàìjíríà láyọ̀, tí n bá délé, màá sọ fún wọn gbogbo ohun tẹ́ ẹ ṣe fún mi.
And for those, we're going to be able to transcript that for you so that you can see, but he's just greeting you and saying he's been having a good time right here in the United States, and he's going to take the good stuff from here over there. And really, thank you so much for the time, either at the conference in University of Madison and even right here in Bowie, in the state of Maryland. So obviously, thank you so much, Professor.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll be able to have an interaction with your university and do something more mutually on the Global Culture platform. Viewers at home, thank you so much for staying with us. And don't go away. Ms. Jenny will be coming with the fashion and you. And at the same time, we'll be having the arts and entertainment today. This is going to be a wonderful segment. Don't go away. See you shortly.
My name is Dr. Harrison Adeniyi from Lagos State University, Nigeria. You are watching Global Culture.
Hello, viewers at home. Welcome to the last segment, Art and Entertainment. And today, I'm actually holding up for Ms. Jenny and Cindy North, who are away on a special engagement. I have 2 wonderful people right here today to talk to. On my right is somebody you must have known before. Is a producer, songwriter, and he has, of course, his own label, Mr. Showboy. That is what people know him to be. Welcome to the program.
Hello, world. This is Showboy. I'm back again.
He's back again. And on this side as well, Ms. Bumi, actually a fast-growing, moving artist. She sings very well, right?
Yes.
And she's going to sing for us tonight, no matter what happens. She's going to sing. Ms. Bumi, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Well, wonderful. So, Mr. Showboy, tell us, you are here today. Summer is right here. What's going on?
Well, since the last time my album came out.
It dropped, right?
Showboy, Hello World. Look for it in the stores. This summer, June 23rd, I'm happy to bring a Nigerian supermodel all the way from Florida to come and launch the cover of our magazine right here in the capital, Washington, D.C. We may be having Awilo coming back.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
The show that we missed last year, we're going to make it up for this year.
Absolutely. Okay. And Bumi, what's going to happen?
Well, just doing different shows and different events and church events. We'll be at Jesus House, D.C., June the 1st.
Oh, June 1st,
yes, and also we'll be at Nigerian Reunion, July the 8th, for a gospel concert there.
I need to represent for that Segun Adeyino of the President of Nigeria Reunion. As a matter of fact, Global Culture will be live there, transmitting to you. Viewers at home, Nigeria Reunion is the July 4th weekend. You cannot afford to miss this. This is powerful population of 1,000 Nigerians in a location. So you can imagine, right? So viewers at home, if you want to know about the Nigerian brand, come to this event, Nigeria Reunion. I will get the necessary information on the credit. So, Showboy.
Yes.
The Nigeria Reunion is happening. Everything is happening in this area. So, tell us more about the June event.
Well, it will be June 23rd. We call it upscale. Okay. It's like the high class people to come and enjoy yourself. Right. So DJs, about 3 different DJs. Okay. You know, dress nice, come and enjoy yourself. Right. That's for June. In that July event as well, I'm going to work with a Nigerian media called Black Drum. Okay. We will have something called video mixing. Oh wow, wonderful. Where we can be mixing Nigerian music videos. As you're partying, you'll be watching the video.
Okay, this taking that to the next level.
That one is coming up.
Oh, okay, okay.
Then the Nigerian scene is taking off. You know, in Houston, this Memorial Day weekend, we will be having an award. It's called Nigerian Promoters Awards.
Okay, wonderful. Okay.
So look out for that too. I'll be there live and direct.
Well, viewers at home, you know it's getting warmer right now, so you know it's going to be happening in your neck of the woods. So if you have anything going on, do not hesitate. Send an email to gcmedia@live.com. That's Global Culture. You can go ahead on Facebook and like us as well. Send us a message and let us know what's going on over there. We do red carpet and we do a lot of coverage, so we should be able to come to your event. So, Bumi, now gospel is going wonderful well, and you just had a single. So tell us more about the single.
Well, I Praise Your Name just came out a few months ago, and it's doing pretty well. Absolutely. It's on different websites online, and you know, just promoting it through the social medias, also magazines. I got some calls from back home. Okay.
Back home meaning where?
Nigeria.
Oh, Nigeria. Okay, got you. Okay.
Of course, that you know, it's out there and popping, and I thank God for just that opportunity.
Okay, absolutely. And of course, Bumi is going to be at the Luxury Expo. That is the Global Culture Signature Project. December 1st, we are getting things on. Last year, we have Councilman Gardner, who is actually a council member of the city of Bowie, is supporting this program. And we will surely be bringing all the necessary, expanding this much more, and making sure we celebrate the diverse culture right here and promote the luxury and, of course, the holiday that is coming up. So, you know, there are a lot of vendors. You know, get your money together so that you'll be able to come and buy the good stuff for your loved ones. So, Showboy, final word for our viewers at home.
Okay, first I want to express to you that I'm happy to be working with Bumi right here.
Okay, tell us about that.
We're on the same level. Great Beats Records. So look out for great things coming out of that record label. Okay. Her album is going to be hot. It's coming out in August.
August, okay.
The first single right now is rotating. It's called I Praise Your Name.
Right, yes. Right.
So she has a song coming up with Dekunle Fuji. Okay. And then some other Nigerian superstars. We won't tell you yet, but look out for what this lady is going to do. Oh, so wonderful. I'm very excited to be working on her project.
Oh, wonderful. Yes. Okay. Bumi on the super, you know, label, right?
Great Beats Records.
Great Beats. So viewers at home, you know, Google Great Beats, and of course, right here is the CEO, Mr. Showboy. That is what is known him to be. But I know his regular name is Mr. Showboy. Right? But, you won't find that. But you find him as Showboy. Anyway, so thank you so much, Bumi. Final word for viewers at home.
Just, you know, have fun this summer and, you know, worship God in whichever way you can, and have a good day.
All right, wonderful. So I'm going to sign off for now on behalf of Cindy, who is going to be back. Just to let you know, actually, Global Culture, by the way, is nominated for an award. It's called the Dory Award, and it's coming up at the City Hall tomorrow, which is May 24th. So join us if you can. We're going to be having Oma, the live depicted, is going to be on the red carpet. So join us if you have received an invitation. If not, just send an email to us on Global Culture TV on Facebook. We'd like to have you to come and celebrate with us. For you viewers out there, or even if you have been our guest before, we thank you so much. Come and join us and let's celebrate global culture, and the best is yet to come. I'm signing off for now. I thank you all the crew members. My name again is Akinwale Ojomo. I will see you next time. Keep on watching Global Culture.